everyone! I'm so sorry I can't be there with you today. I was so excited and looking forward to it ever since Crystal called and contacted me and asked me to attend your graduation. Unfortunately, the weather seems to have had other plans, and that really breaks my heart. But I want you to know that I would still love to connect with you if you want to reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram. But I'm honored to still get to be a small part of your graduation ceremony. I think it's amazing what you guys have done over the last few months. To have enrolled and graduated from this program is a big deal. And the skills that you've acquired over the last little while will serve you well. Wanting to better yourself through education is a remarkable quality. It makes you more independent, strong, employable, and resourceful. And you should have a great sense of pride in your accomplishments. This should show you that you can and will do anything that you set your mind to. And this applies not only to education, but every goal that you apply yourself to for the rest of your life. Although we each have different disabilities, it's important to understand that we're a community and to strengthen each other always. It's important to be on a team, and I would love to be on your team as much as I can be. Let me tell you a little bit about me. I am a 22-year-old college student at the University of Utah. I'm studying political science. I was born with spinal dysgenesis, which is doctor speak for you're paralyzed and we don't really know why. They could have just as easily called it spinous networkus for all that we know. I grew up being the only person with a physical disability that I knew of, and so I recognize just how important programs like this are to realize that you're not alone and that there are other people achieving and doing hard work that also have disabilities. My disability has been a great blessing in my life. It's given me a strong independent streak and a good sense of humor. Or at least I think so. I think I'm funny, but that's up to other people to decide, I guess. I love going to the gym and making loud comments about how I shouldn't have skipped leg day so often. It kind of freaks people out. They never know what to say. Or I'll get on the Thigh Master backwards and make direct eye contact with people and then do it with my arms. I like flying down hills at borderline dangerous speeds, doing wheelies, and taking all of the good parking spots. More seriously, though, I've had so many unique opportunities, not despite my disability, but because of it. I broke a Guinness World Record by going over 12 miles on a wheelie in my wheelchair. I made the Paralympic team for women's wheelchair basketball. I've served on the Zoos, Arts, and Parks Committee as a representative of the disability community to ensure that the $50 million we spent on projects ensured accessibility for all of us. More recently, I've been traveling the country and the world as Miss Wheelchair America, talking to legislators, businesses, organizations about the needs of the disability community. I've been fighting for our rights, for recognition of our community, and for policy change. The funny thing is, if you told me that I would be doing this a few years ago, I would have laughed. I didn't think I could do it. I thought I was a small fish in a big ocean. Then I realized just what a superpower my disability could be. Our disabilities make us stand out, which means that we have the potential to impact people on a whole new level. Little kids are my favorite. They run up to me and want to know everything they can about my wheelchair. To them, my wheelchair is awesome, funky, and fun, offering a whole new set of activities to explore. My nieces have asked my sister for a wheelchair every single year, for their birthdays, for Christmas, and any type of excuse they could think of. It's awesome because it means that people's attitudes about disabilities are learned. That's good and that's bad. It means that it's an uphill battle because there are a lot of stigmas surrounding it. But it's good because we can still do something about it. My platform as Miss Wheelchair America is where there's a wheel, there's a way. Disability is not a setback. It's an opportunity to change the world. The only real handicap is an attitude, and it's our responsibility to teach people that. Merriam-Webster's dictionary defines disability as, quote, a disqualification, restriction, or disadvantage, the condition of being unable to do things the normal way. Why do we need to be normal? We're different. Even though I can't stand up, I stand out in every crowd. That's power. In a way, it's kind of like being a superhero. People love the ideas of superhero, men and women who use their extraordinary abilities to help make the world a better place. Their origin stories tell of how they gained superpowers that range from eyes that shoot laser beams to being able to fly or magnetic manipulation. However, it's interesting to note that simply having these extraordinary abilities is not what makes them a superhero. It's when they decide to start using them for good. Fascinatingly, their powers aren't why they emerge victorious. Instead, the final battles usually hang on the personal character and fortitude of the individual. They are powerful because they choose to be, not because of physical ability. True superheroes are defined by their fighting spirit, resourceful thinking, and their ability to give hope to others. This is how they change the world. Superheroes teach us that true strength comes from personal determination and action, not physical abilities. Unfortunately, this logic is not usually extended to how the world views disabilities. All of a sudden, it's about what you can't do instead of what you can. It has nothing to do with physical ability. Instead, what really it comes down to is determination. My disability might be my origin story, but it's certainly not my epitaph. My disability gives me the potential to be a superhero, but what it really comes down to is how I use it, how you will use it. I was lucky enough to have parents who taught me that strength of character matters more than the strength of my legs. They taught me the distinction of having a disability and being disabled. Having a disability is not something we control. It is something that either comes to us later in life or something that we're born with. Being disabled means that we let it stop us. My parents never let it stop me. They held the same expectations of me as anybody else. If I wanted to do something, they helped me think creatively about how I could accomplish it, so I could be as independent as possible. I gave him a heart attack in kindergarten when I told them I wanted to be a tap dancer. Seeing as my legs don't work, that's a little bit complicated. But they didn't tell me I couldn't. Instead, they helped me figure out a way to make it possible. Thankfully, in kindergarten, nobody's really good at tap dancing, and so I was able to fit right in. I figured out how to swing my legs just enough to make enough noise, but that was enough for me, and I've carried the lesson from my parents' example that I can do anything that I want to, and you can do anything that you want to. Our disabilities make us powerful and strong, and it all depends on how we use them. If we choose to impact the world for the better, it will change. If we choose to have a negative attitude and let it stop us, then we won't go anywhere. But it's up to us, and it's up to us to set the expectations of achievement. The program that you've been in is run by people who believe that you can succeed. However, it's up to you to take the knowledge that you've learned and use this graduation as a springboard to accomplish all that you've ever dreamed of. If you expect yourself to achieve, you will, as long as you're willing to put the work in. We are celebrities. We're noticed the second that we come into the room, and people remember us for years later. That's a lot of power. That's a lot of impact. Use it. Use it to make the world a better place. My biggest message for you today is that you can do anything that you set your mind to, whether it's tap dancing, mechanics, cooking, everything. You have the power because of who you are. You decide who you want to be, and the skills that you're graduating with will help you be there. Continue learning, continue growing, and continue fighting. You can and will do this. We are strong, capable, and ambitious. We can accomplish great triumphs. Let's be creative. Let's chase our dreams. And let's be superheroes. Congratulations again on graduating. I cannot wait to see what you do with it.